Coffee stains and name chains. I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode. This is not a main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and name chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode.
We live, we live. What's up? It's been a while. How's everyone doing today?
This is not a main thing, really I'm a coder.
Been a couple weeks that I've been off, but it's nice to be back. Nice to get back on. We're gonna test out a bunch of new features on the site, make sure it's all working. I've been grinding on these features. Would love everyone to try them out so you get some feedback and iterate. Because my goal here is I want to solve getting a job end to end for you folks, like taking you all the way from building your resume to applying to getting your interviews and studying your interviews, and yeah, solving that whole problem end to end. That's actually my main goal now. Who's in the chat? What do you mean 10%? What's up? What's up? What do you mean 10%? Nah, I'm not breaking into it. This is purely just I'm not 10% officially income if I get them a job. No, 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 no. Usually you charge the company that anyways. I'm gonna code later. Why? I can code. I usually code on my channel. Look it up or look at my last videos. I'm gonna code eventually. I'm just gonna dog food some of my features. I'm gonna play around with the resume coach. I think that's what we're gonna want to call this actually. So resume coach. Let me rename this. Okay, I'm gonna build out more of my rippling experience. I want to like those are very weak bullet points. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna iterate on these bullet points a bit. And we're gonna play around with the Protege. Protege is a AI student that you teach and it learns from you teaching it stuff instead of the other way around. And then I have AI assessments. So this is like an AI interviewing you and taking you through a coding interview like you would in a real interview. And this one is like my worst agent. I don't even know if it works properly, but the reason I'm dumping on this, I wanted to test it and see it live, get feedback, and then try to iterate from actual real feedback. What's everyone up to today though? Yo, chat, if anyone, I made a couple blog posts here too on how to structure your resume. Track all my actions and That's too funny. No idea, Alpha. Nice. When is that going live? How did he do? Okay, let me play around with this resume builder. I see, I see. Yeah, that's good. As long as, what did you ask him? Interesting. For principal, every principal that I've came across, like they're just cracked out their mind. Like they're not even thinking about leak code because it's too easy for them. They could do leak code, but like I don't know if I've seen a principal that's actually just straight bad at leak code. Is that why you made it private? Ah, I see, I see, I see. So he's probably knows some very specific stuff. Because usually Roblox principles like you go deep into one specific, could be like rendering or something. Alpha, what have you been up to? Legend. Oh, nice, nice. Design a Sora video editor. Oh, I'm gonna try some of these. Especially like I'm gonna try some of these without looking at the solution first. Just try to see how I do in the first go. That's usually the funnest way to do this. Okay, let me improve my bullet points at rippling. Refactored in my bullet points here at rippling is just my bullet points here at rippling are just kind of terrible. I threw this. What's up? I threw these bullet points up on my rippling just because. Well, I'm Alex. I have a new resume builder. You can it's a pretty much a coach that can help you build out your resume. And then I also have my Protege feature. I'm just testing it all live. And then I have a like a AI interviewer. So this should interview you. This should put you in an interview setting. So I trained it on a lot of the interviews I conducted. So it should try to run the interview the same way I would run an interview. There might be some things messed up with it right now, but we're gonna fix up the agent. It's gonna get better. Let me fix up my rippling experience. Can it automatically apply and do the interview for you well? Nah, maybe not do the interview, but I'm working on automatically applying for you soon. You could ask stuff is like list me roles in OpenAI. This should work. I want 3 roles. Actually, I don't know if I can handle like queuing tasks, but let me talk. I think it's just one at a time. What's up? What's up? You can see it could pulled out some. I want sweet rolls. No, I scrape the job boards, then I scrape the job boards, then I don't have to do that. That'd be sick. I wish it could do that, but so you could ask it for some sweet rolls. Hopefully you could find it. Nice, perfect. You can see junior sweet rolls. Steven, what's up? So the good thing about this is you can ask it for certain roles. and then we can hide, like we can get into the context window, specific roles. Okay, look, what do you do? But those are staff. Let me try this. Most Anthropic picks are senior, non-staff, the best non-staff. Okay. Yeah. But look, it like pulls out the jobs, and then these should actually link to, yeah, these are linking to real jobs. So, okay. It's pulling out real jobs. Unfortunately, okay. Then we could say something like, help me tailor my resume to. I like the full stack software engineer reinforcement learning one. Give me the description. So you can do something like I'm still improving this agent. There might be some kinks in it, but you could see that the resume coach talks to a recruiter agent, so the agent should be the interface for. Now you should still. I don't know if you should just learn straight up React, but you should try to build products. Build products. Learn how to. You don't need to learn React all the way deep, like the way that you used to, honestly. Of course, it's good to understand how it works at a high level. What is a component? What's a functional component? What is a hook, etc. Just so you could debug and understand the code. But I would say just focus on building things. You owns full stack surface end to end. Your Cloud Code plugin. Okay. Oh, okay. We can say, how does my resume stack up against this role? Consulting the recruiting agent. You stack up well for this Anthropic full stack role, reinforcement, especially on the platform tooling. Your strongest matches are the expert labeling platform at Meta, the Claude Code plugin with 26 engineers and 300. No, that's 3,000 weekly sessions. I need to fix that. And it says the biggest gap is explicit RL or training pipeline experience. Can your resume accept multiple versions and then can produce another curated resume for certain jobs? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, see you. JMac, what I'm building out the tailoring experience after. I still haven't figured it out how exactly we're gonna do it, but right now I think the agent the resume coach. But yeah, that's a good feedback. I'll add this. Like if you ever have any feedback, just go feedback and submit it in, and then we'll get to work on it as soon as possible. But we're gonna. I'm focusing right now. I just had to build out this agent. Honestly, it took a while to get it to work properly and work fast, and actually be useful. And then now we're gonna focus on tailoring it to different positions. All right. Help me build out my senior software engineer experience at Rippling. I feel like my bullet points are pretty weak. Let's probably kick this into a new context actually. Let's start from scratch. Yeah, start this from scratch. Since you want to start from scratch, send me a project or win at Rippling one at a time, and for each, I'll turn into a tight resume bullet with a right mechanism and scope and impact. To make the rewrite strong, I'll usually need what you built, what you personally owned, the tech approach, and any measurable result or proxy for scale. If you want, start with the most impressive thing you shipped there, and I'll help unpack it. Okay, that's a good feedback. Let me see. Trying to think of what I want to highlight. Maybe let's talk about my experience a bit. So when I first joined Rippling, my first project was we were migrating one of our brokers from one insurance broker to another. And the reason for doing that was our old broker. We wanted to support companies that were like 10,000 plus. When I first started at Rippling, most of the companies that we onboarded to a platform were only 1,000 people companies because it's an HR platform. We wanted to support 10,000 customers or customers with 10,000 employees and up. So we had to rebuild a lot of our systems and choose new vendors in order to support these massive companies. So one of the first features that I worked on was migrating our insurance broker from a company called from one company to another essentially. And the reason for that was we saved a lot of money. I think we saved like $6 million per year in broker fees, and then also we we were able to support these larger enterprise customers. What I owned for that was pretty much migrating all of the insurance related code. So we had a lot of code that walked our customers and their employees through some flows. And as they walked through some flows, it generated forms and generated data that we would later send into the broker. So I had to make sure that we sent it into the right broker, and then all the forms that we generated were like had the correct contents and our broker integration was correct. Yo, Tin, what's up? Yo, Tin, I got you for I'll send a new link soon. Ooh, that's a good bullet point. So it said migrated Rippling's insurance broker integration to a new vendor to support 10,000 employee customers, rewiring policy state flows and form generation for correct downstream submissions. Yeah, that's actually what I did. Yeah, and these end-to-end tests right now it sounds a little bit lame, but pretty much we had these 30 end-to-end tests that tested our core flows, which would be an customer onboarding insurance for the first time. So they would click that they want to offer insurance to the employees and go through the whole flow and ensure that all the forms are generated and that it launched on the other side for employees. And also for the employee side, we had a lot of end-to-end tests that they could enroll in coverage. So were our core end-to-end tests, and they're so flaky and down that we just had no coverage in those areas, in those core areas. So I worked on making all of them go back up and stabilizing that. Okay, that's a little bit better. It shows more of what I actually did and why, but maybe we can improve it. The next project I want to talk about would probably be I did a my last project that I worked on there was a project called Custom Benefits where we were building, like I said, we wanted to support these 10,000 plus customers. And in order to do that, we had to branch away from our basic coverage like medical, dental, vision. These customers that have a lot of employees need to offer pet insurance, legal aid, like these custom benefits. So I pretty much had to build out a custom benefits product which allowed customers to offer custom benefits on top of medical, dental, vision, and then like refactor our system so that I could support adding more of these benefits easier. Oh, it's doing this clock thing. Oh, nice. I like this. J Mac, all right. Good luck. Yeah, J Mac, don't worry. Give as much feedback as you can because I want to build stuff that's gonna be useful for you. And I take feedback well. If you're like, I want this, I want that, or this thing sucks, like I'll work on it. Nardo was good. Yo, Nardo, I'm gonna be in Canada soon. We should meet up. What did you personally build or refactor? Yeah, the main tech refactor to make. Okay, I got you. I got you. Yo, look at that. I actually like that feature. Like you can clarify some stuff. Boom. What? It updated the wrong thing. Hmm. See. New bullet for that. Am I not gonna watch the Portugal? Nah. Who are they playing? Let me get some more. If I work for a YC startup on a sweet project through a school, can I put intern or is that top scam? I don't know. It really depends to the extent that you work for them. On I wouldn't say it's really a scam. If you actually did work for them, I think it might be fine. Nardo, how was that? How was the resume review session? Did you get a value off it? And I fixed up the resume coach experience a lot since we chatted. I think it's working a bit janky last time. Okay, let's look at. I think my rippling experience got a little bit better now after those changes. 40 was shebang. Okay, okay, gotcha. I got you. Bro, I don't know where that. I have all I have is the advice. I don't know if I have the full transcript. I gotta remember. Dude, we'll just do another session. We could just go from scratch again. Okay, let me look at my Rippling experience. Migrated Rippling's insurance broker integration to a new vendor to support 10,000 employee customers. Migrated Rippling insurance broker integration to a new vendor to support 10,000 employee customers. Yeah, I guess that was pretty much it. Like it was we enabled 10,000 employee customers. That would have led to a lot of revenue, but I can't really say that I made it do that because there's other parts of the system that contributed to that revenue. Even with the custom benefits framework, after I built it out and then I left. So I mean, I think that's fine. Does the discard work? Wait, the discard tweaks sometimes. Okay. You duplicated in Rippling. There's duplicated bullet points. Fix that up. Chat. What do y'all think about the agent? Reorder this. Have the migrated Rippling's insurance broker. Then talk about the custom benefits framework. Then talk about stabilizing 30 plus flaky end-to-end test. Have it in that order. Perfect. Built an expert labeling platform in 3 months, replacing manual coordination across ML engineering ops and labelers. Processed 100,000 labels monthly on average. Built and scaled a Claude Code plugin used by. So for the Claude Code plugin, it was 3,000 weekly sessions, and I just contributed to it. This was like a org wide effort, and there was like 8 different engineers across all the different teams, and I contributed for my specific products that I owned. How important is it to max out the lines? I don't think it's that important to max out the lines. I would say don't like just make sure your bullet points hit. You know what I mean? Okay, contribute to an org-wide Claude Code plugin effort across 8 engineers and multiple teams, serving 3,000 weekly sessions across the products I owned. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care about. The thing is, if all of them, if all of them have, if all of your bullet points are finished all the way at the end, like take up 2 sentences, your resume might look very clunky. Okay, let's see if this downloads into 2 pages or 1 page. Perfect. Should I send this into Anthropic right now? No, let's tailor it. They have to answer. Okay. I actually sent it. This would be funny. Obviously, I won't see what they're asking. We believe that AI will have a transformative impact on the world, and we're seeking exceptional candidates who collaborate thoughtfully with Claude to realize this vision. At the same time, we want to understand your unique skills, expertise, and perspective through our hiring process. We invite you to review our AI partnership guidelines for candidates. What the heck is this? Is this telling you what you can and can't do with AI? Is it saying well, I'm saying, okay, yeah, that's what I did. I created the first draft myself. Please use my resume and job description. Man, I don't even care about that. Why Anthropic? The money? What do you mean?
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
Okay. Yo, you gotta be real sometimes. Like, okay, chat. What would y'all answer here? Let me think about it. Honestly, if I'm IP high pay IPO, like, come on now. I mean, honestly, I feel like the skills you'll learn at Anthropic are gonna set you up for success. Let me give an honest one besides these as well. Like we're gonna honestly, I feel like what you learn there is gonna set you up for success in the future. Especially they're working on the cutting edge. What you build there right now, you up in. What else? Honestly, I'm actually very interested in AI. Very interested in AI. I was doing AI stuff way back, even 8 9 years ago. I was working on AI, so interested in AI. I've been doing it for a while. What else? I care about AI safety. Who here cares about AI safety in the chat? I know, I'm just kidding. I'm just trolling. I wouldn't say that, bro. Like honestly, obviously, I don't want the AI to take over and kill people, but it's like, come on. What else? Let me think. Like, bro, I don't even know. Chat, give me ideas besides the money, besides the learning, besides just being generally interested. Why would I want to work on a topic? They're gonna see this and be like, yo, this guy, he doesn't even care. I want to work at the leading company, honestly. That's also one thing. I want to work at the leading company with the top researchers. to be beating company with top. Alpha, what did you say? Let me think about this. High pay, IPO. Interesting AI. I want to be at a league. I'll be like, I want to work at Anthropic because I know how to make your model better. There's a lot of things that you're not doing correct. And I want to come in there and fix it. Say something like that. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. I am a Claude Power user. I am a Claude Power user. I'm an AI Power user. It's like I've used X amount tokens. I used X amount of tokens and reviewed 0% of it. Yeah, you can't leak the game. You can't leak it. Yeah, I need to think about it harder. Why would I? Honestly, if I was being for real, the only reason why I would want to work at Anthropic is they have some of the best talent right now and the top researchers. And I want to be able to work with them. That's all. I want to see what it's all about. That was my only thing. It would probably be this one. They have the top model and top researchers, and I want to learn from them. That's honestly, if I had to be completely honest, that would be it. Oh, they said they're bad? I don't know. But like they came up with the best model. Yeah, we'll fix that up. Okay, let's look at my resume real quick. Let's see if it can hit this role. And chat, I'm not applying. I'm not applying. I'm not actually trying to look for a new job, bro. I have to stick it out for a little bit. How's the size of the font? Okay, let me review my yeah. Yo, chat, I'm getting put up for a promotion, so I have to grind out the next little bit. The next like 2 weeks to a month, I have to grind it. So I definitely won't be applying because I have to land that thing and hopefully I can get back to my senior title. What areas do you think have the high possible growth in tech space? What areas you think have a high possible growth in tech space? Man, all the AI stuff, honestly. Anything related to anything relate in the AI space has high growth potential. Yeah, every company is gonna reinvent the way that they do things, the way that they build systems, the way they manage their systems, the way they operate, and it's all Oh, I don't know anything about hardware, but eventually at some point I want to get into hardware. But I don't really know much about it, to be honest. Yeah, I've always wanted to get into like the compute side, like how like the AI, the hardware and compute side. What about stability? Yeah, ML operations sounds good as well, like manage everything related on AI. Honestly, software development as we know it is changing completely. So you can't just be doing the same coding in the same way you used to before. Okay, let me try out my protege. And then we'll try out like the long running sessions. I actually don't know that. Let's do a topic like binary search. See how this works. What? That didn't even make sense. But in Python, what's the first thing that makes it work so fast? Could you clarify that? Have you tried it out? What the? It just wrote all my code. Yeah, I will eventually. The my best agent right now is the resume building agent, but I'm taking all the learnings from the resume building agent and like taking all those learnings to the other agents as well. Nice. Did you have to write the binary search yourself or you use some binary search like I know in GitHub they have some binary search or Git they have a binary search. Fill the missing expression in the stub, run it on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9 with target 7 and check that it returns 3. What value did you put in for mid? Oh, it's saying what's the first thing that makes it so fast? Oh, what makes it fast or how we're able to what makes us able to cut the search spaces in half is because we just pick a middle point in the search space and since well the input needs to be sorted in some order so that we know that if when we look at the middle if the current value is higher than the target then we know since it's sorted we know all of the elements to the right should no longer be in the search space or that we don't care about and we only need to look into the left. That's what makes binary search so fast. You said the key idea is used. I don't know. Honestly, it's not really unique to Python. I kind of it's mostly my prompt. The backend prompt sucks because it's not aware of what language you're using before you start the session. I need to make it so that before you start the session, maybe you pick a language. Like you click here and you pick a language. I mean, yeah, nothing's really unique to Python. Okay, this is a better session. How does calling a function with arguments produce a value you can use? Wait, how would I explain this? Let me think. How does calling a function with arguments? Well, a function is like a mathematical function. It has some inputs and produces some output. So the arguments get passed into the function. We can take those functions or arguments and process them. Usually we don't want to modify the arguments themselves, especially if they're references. But we want to take those arguments and those arguments affect the value that gets produced, because the function definition runs the code inside the function, plays around with the data, and then returns it. Nice. You see, after you answer, it should say that it should learn stuff, and the goal is you teach it stuff, and it just becomes a reflection of what you know, because in the back end there's going to be a lot of things that you learn. Explain too long. Stack Overflow. You've got the input output idea. You mentioned taking the return value and using it afterward. But what would you actually write in Python right after calling a function if you want to keep that result in a name? Yeah, if you want to keep it in a name, you're going to want to store it in a variable. So you're going to use an assignment, a variable assignment. On the left side, you're going to set the variable name, and then you'll say equals to the function. And then when that piece of code runs, what it will do is run the function first and then return the result. And that result gets stored in the variable. Am I using Whisperflow? I'm just using ChatGPT APIs. In the back, I think he uses Whisper. But no, I work in SF Office 10. You said the result gets stored in a variable. What would square 3 itself produce of square? Square 3. Let's do return n times n. Alpha's jokes. Stream confirm. Oh yeah, yeah, I had that before, but I just did a refactor. But I'll do that after. Yeah, that's like live transcription word by word. I had that initially, but I changed it up. But what would square 3 itself produce if square returns the number? So if we called square 3 and square returns a number multiplied by 3, it'll go 3 times 3 and that'll equal 9. Come on. What? Prove it. Fill the stub, run it, and check. God. Wants me to run the code. What? There you go. There you go. Check the code output now. Here, let's try to test it. Let's try to put. Why would I, Stoner? Why would I make you? Why would you not sign in to use a resume builder? How am I going to rate limit if you just spam the endpoint? Answer that question. Like, yeah. Bruh. You're using Google OAuth. Yeah, it's like he wants to use this resume builder, and he doesn't want to sign in. Like the amount of, bro, I'm helping you build your resume. If you wanted to come chat with me live, I'll let you do that, and then complaining about signing in is crazy. Don't put my resume on the video. Yeah, I won't. I got you. Alpha, it's funny, man. You see this all the time too. It's like people pay like hundreds of dollars for a resume review. Okay, so, okay, Stoner. Don't sign in, bro. I'm not like you don't have to sign in. It's like it's all good. Or bro, make a burner and then sign in. Make a burner and then sign in. And when you submit it, anonymize everything. With that $5, you could hire someone to make to help you make a burner. Okay, Stoner, I'm just asking like, damn, you're up, man. You're up. You're up. Okay, Stoner, how if I didn't ask you to sign in, how would I authenticate the endpoint? Like how would I make all of my endpoints secure and authenticated, or just secure in general? I'm actually wondering. Just if I can figure it out, then I'll figure it out. If you can tell me, I can change it. I'm gonna do the leak code contest probably. Yo, I'll do. Okay, let me set up my calendar for resume reviews. I'll put it in the chat. Wait, I don't know exactly what days. Let me look at my calendar. Bro, I'm burning money off that. I'm not gonna lie. Not too much, but there's a lot of. I've actually had a lot of people. No, I'm not recording the resume reviews. I'm just. I'm doing them for donation. It's like, yeah, I lose money on this resume builder, and like, come on. I'm literally doing it for donation. Let's see. Yeah, 4,000 daily is a lot of people. Yeah, Stoner, if you want to use it, use a burner. Use a burner. Don't sign in with your real stuff. That's so funny. Okay, let me figure out my resume review. Yo, chat. Here's my where you can sign up for a free resume review. See what days are open. Yeah, low key. Okay, wait. Let me set it up. All right, chat. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I have an investor meeting coming up, so I also like the more usage, the better. Let's see. Custom. What up? Let me build. I do this. Monday to Friday schedule. Change dates. Nah, I want to like we need actual usage. When am I free? Yeah, okay, I still need. I've seen Stoner before. This man's funny. He's just trolling me for sure. I mean, bro, honestly, if you don't want to sign in, it's perfectly fine, man. I really actually don't care. 413. If I have to if I have to beg people for users, it's not a good product. Wait, I'm just fixing I'm fixing the resume, all my CP stuff. Okay, add that as feedback. The point in the calendar is like if you want like a off stream chat with me, I'm putting that up. Like I'm opening up my calendar. Yeah, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. I'm just trying to figure out the best times I'm available. Okay. Okay. Okay, check now. Check now. What? Let me fix this. Oh yeah, you could only schedule 7 days in advance. Otherwise, people always book. I'll do 10 days. All right, book up, book up. Yo, these actually book up fast. Book, book. Yeah, book it up, book it up. Yeah, exactly. They forget about it. Even Alpha, do you use Calendly or do you just use Google? The Google. A666. Yeah, Alpha, I used to use that, but now Google Calendar literally supports that. It's so easy. You printed, you got the call and store working part. What would you change in the code if you want to use that stored result in a second computation, like adding one to it? Okay, I would just, it's starting off with some beginner stuff. If I put my info in, the AI will dox my info. Y'all already, it calls into the Chat GPT API. Y'all already use, if y'all never passed your resume in, but yo, you could anonymize the resume. You want me to add that in the front end so it anonymizes? Like you can anonymize it before you pass it in. Oh, I was like, oh, it's like, bro, I'm not. It's calling into the Chat GPT API. If you ever sent it into ChatGPT, I'm just using ChatGPT 5.4. Don't worry, I'm not using DeepSeek or anything like that. But when you pass in your stuff, you could anonymize it, just send it in, bro. Like it's not even serious. Like I'm not worried about that. Yo, Sean, what's up? Yo, Sean, I have an encrypted DB. I have an encrypted DB. And like, yo, this. Yo, Sean, if you want to book with me, I have my calendar link is there. If you want to use that store result in a second, like adding one to it, well, now that it's stored in result, I can just do result plus equals one. Result. I added it to the code editor. After this session, I'm gonna try to do my AI interviewer and see how that works. You got the second step in mind. What would you expect the final value to be after square 3 and then add 1? 10. Man, fill out the missing part. This guy. Let's see if I put something wrong. Let's see. Check now. See. Check now. It shouldn't let it pass. Oh, it updated for me. Whatever. Why'd you update the code for me? Tweaking. All right, check now. It printed out 10 after I squared 3 and then added 1. All right. Right? That matches the current code. I picked up that you want to focus on taking a function result and using it in the next step. What would you say the difference between computing square 3 and then changing the stored value? Oh, so it's asking the difference between computing square 3 and then changing the stored value. Yo, Stoner, don't worry. I will, but I don't want to just jump like 10 different steps, you know? Like I'm working on these easy ones and then I'll show you the next feature. It's AI interviewer, so it should take you through more steps and we're gonna like bro, I'm doing this on weekends and after work, so it takes a bit to get it to work. Don't worry, I got you, man. I got you. So the difference between computing square 3 and then changing. So square 3 will return the value, will return a value. And that's already going to be in result. And then when you do result, you're not calling a function anymore. You're just adding 1 plus 1. So two values together. And you're going to get another value. Man, Alpha, you're working harder than me, man. Let's go. We finished. Yo, coming out soon, coming out soon. Okay, bet. All right, next one I'm gonna build my or I'm gonna try the assessment. Chat, honestly, the more that people use these features, the better the product is gonna get. Because then I could have actual traces on where the AI agent veered off and then help correct it. Now, I don't know anything about anything at that company, man. I, I'm like at the bottom of the bottom. Wait, give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm gonna do a Peralta mock assessment. Can you just add a loop to take feedback and correct it? Yeah. That's what's happening. That's what's happening, Tin. Don't worry. If you have advice on how to build out the AI agent and stuff like that, I'm always looking for people who know stuff about that. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Everyone getting somebody getting philosophical. Got my water. Okay, let's try out the mock assessment and see if it's any good. Should we do like an intermediate level? Sure. Welcome to the Peralta mock assessment. Read the first problem in the panel, and before you code, give me the input output. A tiny example you make up, one edge case or constraint question, your approach, and wow, that's a lot in one go. I mean, let's break this up. That's a lot in one go. That's not what you would do in a real interview. In your own words, what is the problem asking for, and what are the input and output? Given the root of BST, return the minimum absolute difference between the values of any two different nodes in the tree. I have to fix up this UI a bit. It's looking a bit off. In your own words, what is the problem asking for, and what are the input and output? So the problem, in my own words, the problem is giving us a binary search tree. So a binary search tree is a tree with a very specific structure where all the nodes in its left side is less than the node, and all the nodes in its right side are less than the current node. So for every node, it has that property, and it's a recursive property. So yeah, we're given this binary tree, and we're given a tree node class, and we need to find the minimum difference between the values of any two nodes. So we just need to find what is the smallest value between like any two nodes. Essentially, yeah, any two nodes. And for example, on example one, and we need to return results. So on example one, node 2 and node 3 have a difference of 1. So that's why the output is 1. Yo, Tin, we have to talk. We have to talk. You're thinking about the right things. I like it. Man, try to prompt inject me is crazy. Holy. Good, that's the right shape. Tiny correction. In a BSC, the right subtree values are greater than a node, not less. Okay. What? Did I say that? Now give me one small example on your own and tell me the minimum difference on it. Then name the edge case. Then name one edge case. Then name one edge case you'd worry about. Okay. I like how it's actually walking me through a little bit. Let's see if it could progress me all the way to actually completing. Probably like a couple hundred. Yeah, I have a feedback loop going. You know those loops that NeetCode says are dumb? He made a video, he's like, loops are dumb or something. I don't even know what he's talking about. Okay. Now give me one small example of your own and tell me what do you do when you're not coding? Getting lit. I see, I see. I honestly only watched a little bit, but bro, there's like those I would honestly I would never want to be an AI influence. Like the way that those people are being AI influencers, like, oh, do this vibe code. I'd rather teach the underlying details of how AI works, like the fundamentals. That's always what I've been about. Like the fundamentals, like how does backpropagation work, how to build a good data set, all that stuff. How to build your like how to build an actual coding agent, how to structure your tools and all that stuff. I'll make one binary search tree. Let's go like, since it's a binary search tree, it needs to be like 10. This is a valid binary search tree. I already know how to solve this question. It's an easy question. Okay, this is a valid binary search tree. Name one case you'd worry about. Honestly, I don't know if there's a case I'd worry about, but I do already have an idea of what the solution is going to look like. The Alpha, dude, this is I never even tried this agent out yet. The thing, I literally built this first I built out the My Protege agent, and then I saw that was working, and I just like got Claude to build me this agent. Then I built like and then I trained it based on like how I would conduct interviews. So this is my first time trying it. It's honestly working better than I would expect, but it only does supports Python right now. Honestly, I don't. I put in an example there, and this I would expect a result of result. I don't think there will be any edge cases. We're gonna be given a binary search tree. So the one really nice property with a binary search tree is that if you do an in-order traversal, it will look at all of the nodes in the tree in order. So it will actually return you all the values in sorted order. So we pretty much only need to compare adjacent elements together to figure out what is the minimum difference. Show me one tiny BST of your own and walk me through the in-order values and the comparisons you'd make on that example. Also name one edge case, even if you think it's so. It keeps pushing for a edge case, but I really don't know what that means. I'm gonna fix that later. Okay, okay. It has something. It's pretty. That's pretty good. Show me one BST. Okay. So the in order traversal would be in order. Would visit 1, 3, 5, 10. No way. They leaked how their ATS works? Or their ATS got leaked. In order. Algo is left, node, right. So go left, process, the node, then go right. So pretty much what I do is, I mean, the most naive solution would be, yo, that's sick. That's sick. That's, I like that. I like that. That, that's how it should be. Bone circuit. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, my neck hurts. I'm sitting all day. You'd make on the example. Also name one edge case, even if you think it's simple. I mean, there's no real. I'm not running a model locally. Show me one BST and walk me through the in order and volume. All right, from line 14 to line 24, I wrote my example and I also explained how the in order traversal would do. So I think my solution would be I just perform this in order traversal and add to some resulting array. So that will return me a sorted array of the values inside of this tree. And then I'll just do another pass on that array, just comparing adjacent elements next to each other. Man, what do you mean running locally? I don't need to run nothing locally. Good, that's a viable approach. Before we unlock code, walk me through one tiny BST of your own on the whiteboard. Where's the whiteboard? Oh my god, there's no whiteboard. Bone circuit, you're over optimizing. I'm just trying to build out the core experience first. If I want to optimize it on my own model, use my own local, fine tune it, etc., I will. But like, why would I do that just straight off the bat? Oh, what model is running? ChatGPT 5.4 mini or something? Bro, I don't care about the token usage. Burn up them tokens. I more care about that people will use the agent and I could figure out how to build a helpful agent. I'm trying to learn. I'll pay for my learning. It's like going to college. There's no whiteboard. You're hallucinating. Let me code, man. What? Name one edge case is crazy. Okay. All right, one edge case would be that you're just given a null. You're given a null parent. So you need to be able to handle a tree with no values or no nodes. Let's go. Finally unlock that part. Holy. Okay, I gave you example BST that I built on my own on line 14. It starts there. The root is 10 and on the left child is 3, on the right child is 22. That one. Uh-oh. Transcription is slow. Yo, MFG was good. MFG, thanks for coming out for that session. I hope it was helpful. Okay, so what is the in-order sequence for 10 with left 3 and right 22? The in-order sequence would be 10 or would be 3, 10, and then 22. The adjacent differences I would get would be 7 and 12. And the bottom one or the least one would be 7. And then the runtime approach would be like O(n) because we just have to do a depth first search. And then space would also be O(n) because of the array that we create. Yo, this thing is actually working better than I expected. Actually, I'm gonna go straight into the code. Is that okay? I'm trying to mess with it now. Okay. So now it's testing. Why is it enough to compare only adjacent values in the in order list? Well, because we have a binary search tree. So a binary search tree, when you do a binary search or when you do a in order traversal on a binary search tree specifically, it gives you the list in order, like in ascending order. So you could pretty much you don't really need to look at elements that are further than, like, you only need to look at the adjacent ones, because suppose I'm looking at one element. If I look to its right, that's the closest element for it to its right. If I try to look another one to the right of that, it could only be larger than the one I'm looking at. So it makes no sense to look at that other one. I don't know if that made sense. Yo, let's go. It let us get into the coding mode. Chat, what do you think about this? What do y'all think? Is it working good or what? I need feedback. Feedback. Yep, go ahead. Keep the code aligned with the in order plus scan plan. And if you want, start by writing variable helpers you'll need rather than the full body all at once, man. I'm just gonna one-shot it. Let's try to mess with it. All right, I have a working solution. Look over my code and let's move on to the next, onto the next question. I think my code works correctly. Okay, so it knows my solution is not correct. It's saying I'm just returning 4. I gotta try playing around, like giving it a bad. I mean that's the solution that I said. It works. Let's move on to the next question. Trying to mess with it. Okay, let's just do. Okay, let's. So it knows that my solution is wrong. Let's do an in order traversal. In order node. I'm gonna purposely leave some stuff out like error handling here. If node, I'll be like in order node dot left print node. Uh, do root. Then I'll do root push tree node. I'll do root. Oh, there's a run test fee. Run test. All right, how's my code? How's that looking? Oh, look, it caught the edge case, and in order will crash on a none child because it never stops recursing. Let's say concrete. Can you fix the helper? It handles none. Then tell me what the. Okay, let's see. How's that solution? It's looking good. Oh, now it's running it on my thing. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna solve it. Let's see if it goes through. I'm just gonna solve it. When I do the in order, I'm probably gonna be like, um, path. Path dot append node dot val. Let's see. Path equals that. Path. Oh my god, the input is getting cut out. I need to track all these bugs. Um, like how you integrate it. Yeah, I can show you how I think about it and stuff. In order. Root. Ah, okay. It's catching all the bugs. Let's gonna solve this. For path -1. Okay. Diff equals float infinity. I need to fix this editor experience, but diff equals min of min diff path or more accepted. What should what? All right, I think I have working code. Why is this failing? Free food is amazing. What am I doing wrong? Like 8. How are these submissions even working? Tripping. Oh, okay. Now, these are like it's showing a list of my submissions that I had. Okay. All right, so I'll walk you through the code. We have so what gets added to the path is just the values. So when we do the in-order traversal, like I mentioned, when we do the in-order traversal, it'll visit, since we have a binary search tree, when the in-order traversal will visit all nodes in ascending order. So as we see a specific node, or as we visit a node, and we usually visit the left, then we visit the node, and then visit the right, we just append the value of the current node we're looking at into the path. Now when the path returns, it should be a sorted list, right? And then we just go from left to right on the sorted list, comparing adjacent elements. What sample tree? What sample tree? I already submitted. I have all 8 submissions going through. I don't think it's aware of the. Is it aware of the submissions? Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, walk me through that one. But in order, the in order list we'd get is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And I'd compare 1 and 2, then I'd compare 2 and 3, then I compare 3 and 4, then I compare 4 and 6. So pretty much the lowest value, the minimum difference between like 1 and 2. Come on, let me through. I'd probably test like just passing in a null value as the root. Let's go. Chat, we got to the second question. It just automatically moved us up. Holy. Just in case, this thing is working as I expected it, as I wanted it to. I'll need to review the footage to see what was wrong and what we can improve, but I'm actually pretty happy about it. Oh my god, this question seems like it's gonna be hard. A lot of effort. Yo, chat, what do y'all think so far about the AI interviewer? Any feedback? Forty was a shebang. Before I give feedback, how would you self-assess this one? What felt solid, what felt shaky? Um, I think I'm just getting used to this AI interview, so that's kind of what it is. But I really appreciate how you walked me through the different steps, and that honestly was like a realistic interview for one question. No way. It gave feedback. Oh, what? Oh, it just completed straight up. Oh, that's weird. And just stopped. The heck? I don't even know. Like the way I need to be able to give feedback on this session. That was fun though. All right, that was pretty much all of the features I had on my website. I think it's they're all working. They're all starting to come together. Now I just need to keep improving the system. It's gonna take a while, but I feel like there's some promise there. There's some promise there. It's starting. It's all starting to come together. Should we do some CSES or some leak code? No, let's do some CSES. Or just do some TLE eliminators. Give me a sec. I'll do one TLE eliminators question. Then I need to get off stream and fix all those bugs that I saw. Doing CF tomorrow. What kind of contest is it? Oh, Div 3? I want to do that Div 3. No, I probably won't give the Div 2. Maybe. One sec. Let me do. Another, what's up? Yo, Alex and another, were you here to, did you see me try out the new AI mock interviews on, or the new Peralta assessment? It will simulate a Fang style interview, like a LeetCode style interview. And it'll pretty much walk you through how you actually conduct the interview. And I just tried it out. Honestly, it actually worked pretty well. Yeah, try it out. Like it actually walked. I trained it off like I basically trained it off synthetic data as well. Like a lot of it. I tried out the tutor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But this assessment is pretty good. So I have like I have a bunch of AI agents now. I have a resume builder agent, one that could a tailor agent that can tailor. Then I have like the agent for AI interviewing. Like I made a bunch of fake test cases. I'll be like, if a candidate asks this, do this, or like a candidate asked this question, do that. You know what I mean? Like data, like like I told it to generate I asked Claude to generate 100 cases of like AI interviews and pretend and like build me like a data set. Then I trained the model on that. Giving away free game, and it actually worked. It actually worked. Try it out. Yeah, try out this, the one that you teach. Try the one that you actually. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna fix it up even more. I'm gonna make this one work, and just please give me more feedback. This one's the most promising one because now, and that means I won't have to. I still want to like do mock interviews with people, but it'll just like help you do a bunch of. It'll help you get your reps up. It'll help you get your reps up. What's YubiKey? Oh, I see. Money's on a beat, shebang. Yeah, let me know if you can try it out. Try out the resume builder too. It's honestly it's working really good. I'm gonna keep fine tuning the system and optimizing it. I'm gonna be right back. Give me 5 minute break. Doing the mock assessment now. Unfortunately, the AI leaked a hint when I didn't ask for it. I was just talking to my through my thought process. There's an issue with the best models. Dang, yeah. Dude, like whenever it does something like that, be like, "Yo, why'd you leak a hint? I didn't ask for it." And then I'm going to use that as feedback to maintain the overall to make the overall system better. I got that noted though. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yo, chat, like what I'm trying to do is help y'all. The only reason I built this resume builder, I was like, yeah, don't worry, I can solve that. I can solve that. I have an idea already. When you said that, I'm like, that's not something I don't have an idea for how to solve. Yo, Zmock, just wait until wait till I figure out how to tailor and auto apply for you guys. It's a wrap. But now that you're in the system, trust like what's it called? Y'all have first and easy access. Soon I'm gonna gate it so nobody like only y'all have access to it because it's gonna cost me too much money. So keep using it and giving me feedback. Like all the feedback that you guys give me is what's gonna make I can make this system exactly how you want it. That's why I'm going online because I want user feedback so I can understand what are your pain points, how do we make it better, how do we actually help you get a job, how do we help you do better in interviews. The next thing I'm gonna maybe not auto apply, but maybe it's gonna give you a bunch of jobs that you should apply for and a link, and it'll just already have tailored your resume so you can go and put it. Like, no, I won't. I probably wouldn't do auto apply unless you really want it. Don't worry. Yeah, that's probably not a good feature. That will probably get you blocked. Yeah, that'll probably get you blocked. But what I do is maybe you just don't give it. No, it needs to know. It needs to know the solution. Don't worry. I have a fix for that. Zmock, maybe what it's gonna do is like every day it's gonna come up with 3 to 5 jobs. It's gonna tailor your resume for you. It's gonna it's gonna tell you like what you and then you just click onto the link and submit. And it's already gonna have like a tailored resume ready for you to submit. So it won't auto apply. Because I still think the process of you actually going in and applying is still important. Like you don't that's why my feature is not just straight up AI generate your whole resume. It actually you can tell when you interact with it that it's tries to talk through your points one by one and it doesn't just rewrite anything. Like you have to tell it what you want specifically for it to actually do something. Got some water. Nice, nice, yeah. Yeah, like Zmock, go one by one for each bullet. What you should do is go one by one for each bullet point and try to just iterate and ramp up each single bullet. And then you're gonna have a really strong resume. Just go one by one for every bullet. Like don't try to one shot, oh fix my whole resume. Go one by one bullet, okay, I want to improve this. And then ask it like, what can I do to improve it? And it's gonna be like, oh, add some scale, talk about metrics, da da da, reword it, use some action verbs, and then yeah. Honestly, I appreciate that you're enjoying it. So what I'm gonna do next No way. You say swear you got an interview with it. No way. With this resume thing? Damn, and you weren't getting interviews before? Yo, that's crazy. You weren't getting interviews. Okay, when you look at the before and after of your resume, did it completely change it or was it similar? Oh, that's good, man. Trust me. I've been doing a lot of resume reviews. If you want a resume review like off stream, nice. I would never know another, but what I'm gonna do is I want to build like a track. I want to build a way that you can track like which jobs you applied for, which jobs you are interviewing for, and eventually which ones you have an offer for, like in here. So that way you can like do like a job, like track your progress. But then what I want to do is that depending on which jobs you actually have interviews for, and where you are in the process, it'll feed as insight into the other features. So your mock assessments will be tailored to the specific company you're aiming for. The lessons that you're learning here are gonna update based on the companies you have interviews for, and also what you teach your protege is also gonna update based on like where you are in the different processes. So that's why I built this resume builder was so that I want people to actually first get their interview because then it motivates them to actually apply for jobs or to practice. And after when they have interviews, I want to tailor the whole experience so that they can do well in their interview. Does that make sense? I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, dude, like what I'm telling, I want to solve the problem end to end for people. People have to go to all these different tools in order to get a job. They're like going over here to build their resume, then they're going on YouTube to figure out how do you evaluate the ATS part. I don't know. I'll hook into some tool, like I'll just find ways to the ATS part is easy. You can just like find some tools that will run resumes through ATS or something, but that's not really what I'm focused about. Where did I get the passion for helping new grads? I don't know. If you ask any of my friends, I've always been passionate about like helping people with their career. Like even a lot of my friends, I convinced them to take computer science and stuff like that. And then I don't know. Honestly, it's just fun for me to help people out. And honestly, I really like the space, so I want more people to do software, build software and stuff like that. But yeah, essentially what I want to do with the product is solve the problem of getting a job end to end. And I think we're gonna get there. We're getting there. It's getting there. We just need to prove it out. You made the Don't worry, I might be out. I might be out. I'm getting clawed back by my old team. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That I learned a lot. I've been learning a lot in the last month that I would never have learned if I didn't get pulled into that. Like all of the stuff I see, all the stuff that you see online about it is mostly false, I would say. There's a bad like perception on what the work is and stuff, but I wouldn't. I actually learned a lot in the last 2 weeks, and that's just my honest like. my honest opinion on it. So I was getting clawed back by my old team, and I really don't like. They told me to submit if I want to go back, and I actually don't know if I wanna go back to my old team. Like I learned a lot about how to build AI systems in the last like 3 weeks, and you could see with how this website is coming along. It's coming along way better. It's progressing way faster. Okay, let's do another mock assessment, and then we'll call it. And yo, another, please use the mock assessment, and if there's errors or if it's doing stuff you don't like, just keep commenting. Just keep commenting. Like keep commenting like to the bot, like yo, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that, etc. Because I'll be able to see the transcripts, and I'll remember. Yeah. Like the more the users use it, the better it's gonna get. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, and honestly, the tools that I want to build, everyone builds tools for like recruiters or for like companies to use, but I want to build tools for the candidates. Like I want to be on the candidate side. I don't even want to be on like I want to build tools for you as a candidate to be the best candidate that you could be. Like there's a lot of companies building tools for the companies and letting these companies like figure out who to hire and stuff like that, like ATS tools and stuff. But I want to focus specifically on like the candidate experience, the candidate side of things, because I feel like not there's not as many companies on the candidate side. Okay. Enough going ham on that. Welcome to the Peralta mock interview. Read the first problem in the panel. Nice. Which system design videos? It's been a while since I made any system design. Yeah, it's man, just honestly keep your head down and keep grinding. This AI craze is gonna go away, and all the skills that you learned are gonna still be useful. That's I really believe that. Like I when I see people say don't learn to code no more, or don't do this or don't do that. I don't know what the speech transcription is running on ChatGPT Whisper. I use ChatGPT API for everything. Zmox, where are you working right now? Yeah, in chat, use it as okay, perfect. Yeah, I need to redo a lot of those, but let's like try to use this as much as possible because I have an investor meeting in like 2 weeks, so I'm trying to build out a lot of OCNRL. I'm trying to build a lot of features and iterate to something that y'all really enjoy. So when I go to the investors, I have a really strong case to get some money. Nice, dude. That's sick. No, it's just a meeting. It's just a meeting. I'm just gonna pitch him that I'm just gonna show him all the stuff that we built and our vision for the company. Bro, I live in SF, getting investors, and I was part of the Kleiner Perkins program. So yeah, July 16. So we have like 3 weeks. I have a meeting with a Kleiner Perkins investor. So I need to really iterate into something that I need to keep iterating and making this product really, really good. So when I go into an investor meeting, we have a lot of traction. Cause yo, chat, I would really love to be able to build software for you guys full time. You know what I mean? Okay, see. Okay, read the first problem in the panel, and before you code, give me the input output. A tiny example you make up. One edge case or constraint, your approach, and time and space complexity. We'll keep each question around 30 minutes, and at the end, I'll give you the go ahead before every implementation. Okay. Feedback is it's saying too much at once. Okay, what should we start on first? Yo, chat, should I have it so that it talks back to you? That'd be funny. Start by telling me the problem in your own words. What are the inputs? What are the outputs? B, and what does it mean to merge these arrays in one in place? Then give me one tiny example you make up and walk through. Okay, makes sense. You're given two arrays, nums1 and nums2, sorted in non-decreasing order, and two integers m and n, representing the number of elements in nums1 and nums2 respectively. Non-decreasing order. You're given two integer arrays, nums1 and nums2. Okay, like this. Okay, the result is this. So also the way I want this AI interviewer to work is that it doesn't. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. But I probably would not want it to listen the whole time. I'd probably just want it to say this, because listening the whole time is going to be very, very expensive. And I don't think there's a use for that. What are the inputs? What should the output be? And what does it mean to merge these arrays in place? So yeah, so the input is we're going to be given two different arrays. And our job is to merge them in sorted order. So we're going to return another array, which is the result of merging these two arrays. And by merging, that means the resulting array should contain all the same values of nums1 and nums2. Yo, Empower, what's up? Have you tried out the AI coding interview on my chat or on jamesperalta.com? jamesperalta.com. Empower, what's up? It's nice to see you.
This is not my main thing, really, I'm a coder.
Okay, it wasn't happy with my original response. Holy, my neck hurts from just sitting here all day. To nums one. Then give me one. Close. This one is a little more specific. Tell me the exact inputs and outputs. Num1 has a length of m and n and already contains m real values plus n placeholders. Nums2 has n values. And the goal is to merge into nums1. Oh, okay, yeah. It's saying, yeah. I completely ignored that I need to... Okay, yeah, you're right. We're gonna have nums1 and there's gonna be space in nums1. So what we're gonna want to do... Oh, okay, this makes it interesting. Yeah, we're doing it in place because we want to add all of the values of nums2 into nums1, but keep it in sorted order. Like the result needs to be in sorted order. And yeah, then give me one tiny example with numbers and walk it step by step. Okay, perfect. It wants me to do a dry run. Okay. Yo, Silent Grinds, what's up? No, I appreciate that y'all like the Taylor resume feature. I'm gonna keep working on it and improving it right now. It's okay, it wants me to prove that I know. So I'll do... Let me have my own example. 2, 10, 12, 10, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking for the exact values in nums1, nums2, m, and n, and how the merge array changes after each comparison. Okay, I think it's... Yeah, the AI needs to understand that there's not a live transcription and it can't see what I'm editing in real time. Let's see. It should. And Taylor the and okay, okay, we can improve it like that. I'm just taking notes down on my phone and we're gonna feed it. We're gonna later tonight I'm gonna work on it and then tomorrow it's gonna be a much better system. This one is gonna be 2. So I'm just trying to think of my solution. We'd probably want like two pointers like this that are going and then oh, this is tricky. We probably want... How would we do this? If we have 2 and 4, okay, that's fine. 4 and 10. What do we do here? Would we swap it? Merge nums2 and nums1 in one sort and return it. Okay. How do we do this optimally? So we have 2 and 4. We keep 2. What would we do with 4 and 10? Would we pump that to the back? Or pump that here? Or switch it? If we switched it, what do we get? 10, 4. No, that wouldn't work as well. How am I getting folded by this? 10, 4, 5. Maybe we have another pointer here. Or do we just merge them and then just do a sort? Oh, but they're both sorted. Oh, okay. We can maybe work backwards because it's overwriting. Okay. Yeah, we can work backwards here because it's overwriting. So we would put 12 here. Then move this down. This would become 0. Then we'd put 10. Okay, holy. How that almost fooled me. 10. Then we'd put 6. Yeah, this is a good question. Okay, I figured out my approach. I'm gonna now explain it to the AI. Two, 4. So the result should be 2, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12. So if the input nums1 is 2, 10, 12, 0, 0, and 0, and nums2 is 4, and then 5, and then 6, the resulting array should just be in sorted order. But we should have moved the values from nums2 into the nums1 array and just return that. So the final result would be line 21 that I have there. What are M and M? And then walk me through one merge comparison at a time. I want to hear which value gets placed first, then what the array. Okay, so M and N, M and N tell us where to start the pointers, I guess, because it's telling us. So for M, it's telling us that there's 3 elements in nums1 and the rest of the elements are zeros. And for n, it's telling us there's n elements in nums2. So we pretty much just start the point. We can do 3 pointers. We start m. Oh shoot, I forgot to talk. So for this problem, I'm gonna do a 3-pointer solution where m is the pointer on nums1 and n is the point starts at the pointer on nums2, and we're going to be decrementing these, but we're going to be comparing like the pointer m and the pointer n, the one that's largest, and then we're also going to have one pointer at the end of the array. The one that's largest gets put at like the end of the array, and then we decrement that pointer, and then we decrement the pointer that's smaller, or that's the largest, that's pointing at the largest value. Oh, nice, it used my example. Then dry run your reverse 2-point idea step by step. Man, why do they want me to dry run it? I don't know how I feel about that behavior. But I guess that's what you would probably want to do in an interview. But I think it should figure out, like, it should know that there's no live transcription. It can't see what I'm doing on the editor live. So it should adjust, like, the experience. What are m for num1 and nums2? Fine, I'll dry run. Fine, I'll dry run. So for m, it's going to start at 3. So m is going to start at 3. And we're going to also have some target or some end pointer, which is going to start at the end of the array of end of nums1. So it's going to be like, it's going to be the end of nums1. I feel like I should just be able to tell you my approach and we can get to coding. There's no point in dry running until I actually have the code. Usually in the interview, you'd want to just propose the approach and then write out the code and then dry run. Okay, that's a good, okay. Another, like, what invariant? Yo, this is all really good feedback. Yeah, so for my example, the very first comparison would be nums1 at m against nums2 at n. The one that's largest gets written back to the last slot of nums1. And then we decrement the last slot of nums1, and then we decrement the pointer whose value we move to the end of nums1. What? You're okay, you were able to get through it? Okay. Should I make it do one question or just two questions? Because two questions seems like a long. You're gonna. It's a big investment, so people might not be able to finish it. But one question is might be fine. Maybe I'll have it so like you can't exit the interview unless you really want to fail, something like that. Yo, chat. If you ever see Leak Code or any of the other platforms build this out, you know who did it first. So I streamed it. Not the template on nums1, nums2. What are the two active tails you compare first? What gets written to the last slot of nums1? Bro, I explained this already. Okay, let me explain this. So we initialize M on so M will point. Yo, Caesar. Yo, this AI interviewer is actually working properly. It's crazy. There's some things that is being a little too rigid, but it's actually working better than we expected. To the end of to the last valid element in nums1. And will point of nums2. Then we'll have a third pointer at the very last slot of nums1. We'll compare nums at M and nums2. If nums_M is actually greater than nums. If nums 1 of M is equal to nums 2 of N, then we throw nums 1 M to nums 1 last and pointer. Something like that. Come on, let us through. Yo, it's not letting me through. So in our case, what goes into nums 5 would be 12. I see what it's trying to do. I see what it's trying to do though. Just let us write the code. All right, let's just move on to writing the code, please. It's being too rigid. Oh my god, it doesn't want to go. It wants a concrete dry run. I'm gonna fix that on your example, the first and third. Good. And he just wants to be so specific. Then we want to decrement m and n stays the same. Then the end pointer moves down. The exact numbers not to on your example. The first person nums 1, 2, nums 2 goes 6. Oh my god. 12 gets written. Okay, this is a failure mode written to nums 1, 5. M equals 2. N equals 3. And it wants to be very specific. End pointer equals 4. Oh my god, it wants me to do a full dry run. I don't know. I actually don't know. Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. You like that song? After the first write, what are the current tails of nums 1? So the current tail would be m is now 2 and n is still at 3. Then we'll compare m with n. So nums 1 will be pointing at number 10 and nums 2 would be pointing at number 5. So we would actually move 10 to the end pointer and decrement m. Yeah, maybe the context window is getting shrunk or something. I need to ensure that it has the right context. Maybe it loses context. Oh, another. I almost made it through. Before you. Oh, finally, look. Says, before you code, tell me in one sentence why writing from the end avoids overwriting values. Yeah, no Vim mode. Scratch it. Okay, this is a really good question. So writing from the ends avoids overwriting values because when we're looking at, since it's sorted, we're looking at the greatest value of num1 and the greatest value of nums2. We know that the greatest value of these two will be the greatest between both of them. So we can successfully write it to the back of nums1. Hold up, we're back. Yo, another out. I was able to get it to finally let me start writing the code. Let's go. So it really pushes you to explain. Okay, okay, okay. I'll write that down. It finally let me code. Holy. So what we're gonna do is, yo, the thing is, I feel like if by looking at the transcript, you could actually see how well a person was able to explain their thought process and stuff. So like this is actually like you could actually see if they know the concept well and also what they don't know how to explain. It's a little bit too rigid. It's a rigid or I don't know how to say it. Yo, Ruben, what's up? Finally, I get to write the code. Long time. How you doing? Okay, let's write the code. Go ahead and write the code. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have M or we're gonna have an N pointer. We're gonna have an N pointer. What we're gonna do is while M greater than equals 0 and N is greater than equal. Okay, that's N case right here. While M is and N is equal to 0. If, like I said, we're gonna compare if greater than nums 2 at N, we're gonna do is nums 1 at N pointer equals nums 1 like that. We're gonna want to do a swap probably. It doesn't even really matter. Then we'll do M minus equals 1 else nums 1 nums 2 and this is not gonna work properly. But I can't see this properly. It's out of reach. How? Yeah, it's Monaco code editor. It's okay. People are saying the code editor is bugging out like crazy, huh? I just use some library, honestly. But I'll look into that. That will be getting fixed tonight. Why is list index? See. See if I have print available. What? Why is the list index out of bounds? I don't see it. Nums 1 minus 1. I don't see the input. If I don't see the input, I can't. It's hard for me to see. I don't see console input. I can't see. Let's see if this actually works. The moment n and n ever get under 0, it's gonna break. So let's think about let's break it down into a very small case. Getting too lazy. So end pointer will be nums1 minus 1. Okay, that's good. M will be here. And M M would be here and M would be here. And N would be here. Equals if nums1 of M false. See if it gives hint. Holy, they're right. It get, yeah, my end pointer had the wrong. My God, crazy. Oh, you could. Oh, you can't see the output. Okay, perfect. My bad. You should have a run and submit. What's it breaking on? Index out of bounds again? Oh my God. Yeah, like wow. Yo, Alpha, I got cooked. Okay, wow, M. You're right, you're right. I need to one of them you just need to fill. You have to just fill. It gives a good hint. That actually get a good hint. Okay, let's see what happens. Do we need to do a swap or no? I think we go M minus equals 1. Pointer. Holy. Nums 2. And wow, run it, man. It should dock me for running it like crazy. What the hell? Okay, let me just dry run this. We have this case. 2 is gonna go here. And this is gonna be like this. Now what? Yeah. Holy. The annoying thing is I can't shrink these sections. The sections are coming off weird and getting cut out. Okay, let me walk through my edge case. This guy's right. I should have actually just straight dry ran it. Like, the fact that I didn't dry run it, it took it way longer. And you're right. The chat or the editor is behaving weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. What we're gonna do is compare this. So what we're gonna get is 12. Should we swap or leave it? Let's just say we leave it for now. Drops. Then we swap this. 10. Then we leave this. Then we put 6. Then we leave this. Then we move 5. Then we do this. Then we move 4. For this one, it just ends. Why do we need to catch at the end? What? Let's go in this case. Six. Drop. 5. Drop. 3. Drop. Drop. I'm missing like one small case, I swear. One. Should I actually just do straight swap? Maybe I'll do a straight swap, make it easier. This. How's that list? Just give me the answer. Straight up. Six. Drop. 5. Drop. Yeah, that's like a known bug. I gotta fix that 3. Yeah, if all of nums 1 gets exhausted, then it would all get moved to the front. Is this not the solution? I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I'll fix that tonight. Yo, I need to. Oh my god. Just this dumb issue. How's the editor's working on mine? I don't know. Well, I need to draw this out. Oh my god. This is supposed to be nums 1. So getting it. Oh my god. Okay, okay, now I see where I'm doing. Sorry. There you go. What? In the ball M. You're still using nums 2 equals M. Yeah, I know it wants me to dry run, but I'm cooked right now. I'm just trying to finish it. I like how it's forcing me to dry run. Do I want to dry run? Do I want to do a dry run? Send it on Discord, maybe. Yeah, I failed this interview bad. But I like how the AI is working. Or email it to me, Castle Ridge Labs. Six. Well, I guess with M, we just leave it as is. Do we just leave it as is? What is this? 6. Five. Yeah, for this case we're good. 4. And n gets to 0. Then we're good. Okay, that editor is tweaking out a bit. What the? Does it run like that? Oh, that I actually just run. Oh, I didn't know we could just straight run it like that. Perfect. Oh, nice, perfect. But it no, there's some other bug here. Comes to comes to. Oh my God. Oh wow. I was dim. We have to subtract M. Holy. I didn't read the input properly. I was thinking that the M starts at the end. All right, take a look at the code now. I thought that M would start at, it would put it at the correct index, but you had to subtract. What? All the tests pass. What is it talking about? All the tests pass. What are you talking about? Give me a 30-second walkthrough of my current approach. Yeah, so at the start, we initialize an end pointer on nums1. Then we have to decrement m and n. That was the part that I didn't realize at first, because I thought you would place m and n like at the correct position, but I messed that up. I didn't read that properly. But additionally, Additionally, okay, and then after we start doing the comparison, where we have the first comparison on line 7 is while m is greater than 0 and n is equal to 0. So this is because we're comparing two values. We take the greater value and we put it to the end, and we decrement the end pointer, and then we decrement whatever pointer we had, or whichever pointer was pointing to the largest value. We do that till we exhaust one of the arrays. Afterwards, well, when the array is at, when we have stuff left in the array, what we're gonna do is we're gonna exhaust one of the, there's a chance that one of the arrays still has left over. Then we just move all of those into nums1 and then return nums1. Holy. Okay, it says tedious to repeat yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna get all these fixed tonight after I get off. Yeah, honestly, I did really bad. I was being lazy to dry run it, and then also I overlooked where M and N actually was. So I think that was the main step. And then I messed up the end pointer. So you had to give me quite a few hints in order for me to actually pass, and it took 22 submissions. So pretty trash performance. Fair self-read. Difficulty-wise, this was an easy problem, but the execution here was more about discipline than algorithm selection. Your main strength was eventually landing on the right reverse merge idea. The main weakness was not simulating the pointer movement carefully enough before editing, which caused M and the leftover. That's good feedback. That's good feedback. Next time, tighten this by doing a 20-second dry run on one normal case and one edge case before writing code, and be explicit about what each pointer means. For practice, do 3 to 5 in-place memory. Okay, honestly, that was a solid feedback. I think I need to. No, this is good. This is good. There's a lot of, I feel like there's some promise here. There's some promise here. I'm gonna edit I'm probably gonna limit it to just do one question at a time, and eventually we'll do like a full assessment. It'll be like 2 questions, but we'll probably do one question at a time. And maybe I'll turn it. I'll turn the Peralta the 75 into. Yeah, something like that. Holy. Okay, we've been streaming for too long. I have way too much things I need to fix. But chat, please use the stuff. We're gonna dog food it again some more. So I have all the feedback. I'll get to work implementing that, improving the system, and we're gonna come back with a better. We're gonna come back with a better experience. But I think it's showing some promise. Obviously, you just need to sit down and grind it out and just keep making it better. But I think for the assessments, even for the Peralta assessment, Peralta 75, I'm gonna make it do the AI interview, essentially. But yeah, I'm gonna fix up these assessments. But all right, chat. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna improve the software, and you're gonna see some gains in this whole system. But overall, that was fun. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Alpha, we gotta chat again soon. Another 7674. Peace. Catch y'all on the next stream. Probably tomorrow.
This is not my main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode. This is not my main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode.